Welcome back, guys, to another video, and today, as you saw by the title, we're making a rocket that can carry my very first rocket. So let's get into it. So first off, I wanted to explain kind of the story of this rocket. This was like this wasn't my very first rocket I ever had. I had a couple other ones that I didn't really build and they kind of just sat there. But this is like the first rocket that I launched that kind of got me into launching more of them. So this is pretty old. It's I think like 2 years or 3 years old now. But one day I just went to Hobby Lobby and had some extra money and I bought this set with the launch pad and launched it. And I launched it a lot, and one day it just I lost it because it was my first time ever launching it with the C60. I was launching it with Bs, and then I moved up to the C60, and it just went flying and I lost it. But I wrote my address on it a long time ago, and one day I came home a couple months after launching it, and I found it like this, missing the cone and parachute. It's just empty. So I thought, because this rocket, I'm probably gonna get rid of it soon or something. It's not really flyable. I might as well let it fly one more time. So I'm gonna build a rocket to carry it. This rocket is I'm gonna try to make a 2-stage rocket so I can actually launch a 2-stage rocket. And it's also just gonna be kind of cool because I've never made a rocket that can carry another rocket or anything. So let's get into it. So I have the basic idea right now. So this is going to be our rocket tube. There's going to be a space here that you can actually pop off the nose cone and put something in there and then pop it back on, and that's it. So I'm gonna glue this piece into here so that this is just one piece. And actually I'm using the nose cone from one of my older rockets, which I think it was the same rascal. Like, it wasn't the nose cone from this rocket. I have like 3 or 4 of these rockets, and it's the nose cone from one of the newer ones that something happened and it broke, so I decided to reuse some pieces. So we're reusing this nose cone mainly because it is from the same type of rocket, so I thought that'd be kind of cool. And because I launched this rocket on a C60, and that's how I lost it, and it kind of got destroyed, we're going to be launching today's rocket on a C60, 2 C60s actually. So what I thought of doing was, because this isn't going to be able to pop off with the parachute, I'm going to use this piece, it's kind of supposed to be like this, and then see if I have an extra body or something. So it's supposed to be like this, and the bottom stage, this is supposed to be like a booster or something, and then this will pop off, and this has a parachute so that the booster stage can fly down with a parachute. But I'm going to be doing something a little different with this piece. I'm going to flip it upside down and put it in this stage, and then I'm going to have the booster stage here. So basically, the booster stage is going to pop off, and then the parachute is going to be attached to this, and this is going to float down with the payload and everything inside that. So I'm not going to be doing what it's kind of made for, to do this, because I feel like I can't really add the clear tube piece to this. So we're just going to switch it up a little and hope it works. So let's get into the build. Alright guys, so I'm at the field ready to launch. I have the rocket here. This is what it's looking like so far. Kind of looks like a mortar to me, or something like that. I didn't film most of the building because you really didn't miss much. The only thing I did was just add that, which is just a thing to hold the engine. That's all I added. So I didn't feel like making another 40-minute video. I just basically showed you guys what's up with here. We got the old rocket in there, and it's ready to launch. The parachute's in here. We have a small parachute in here because there wasn't much space left for a parachute. So instead, I added a black parachute, which is like one of the smallest ones. And I hope it doesn't get burnt up from the engine. So that's a little bit of a gamble. It was going to be 2-stage 2, but I ran into a problem. I actually ran out of materials to make fins. So I'm gonna wait to get some more of that special wood, the balsa wood, which is what these are made out of. So I couldn't really make a 2-stage rocket, but I guess it's fine because I do want this rocket to fly, and it actually looks really cool like this. But if you guys really want to see how to make this rocket and how I made it, I'll say if this video gets 5 likes, I'll do like a tutorial video of how to make it, how I made it, and all the cool things about it, and basically just everything you need to make it. So let's get this thing on the launch pad and get this thing flying. Alright guys, so I have it set up. I'm a little disappointed we don't get to do a 2-stage rocket, but I'm still kind of happy I had enough things to make this rocket. I'm definitely going to pick up some more balsa wood to make a 2-stage rocket. But I'm going to say, if this video gets 5 likes when I make that, if I make that tutorial on how to build it, if this video gets 5 likes, I will make that video, and I will also say how to make this rocket a 2-stage rocket, and then I'll launch this rocket as a 2-stage rocket. So if you guys want to see how to make it and see how to turn it into a 2-stage rocket and how to launch it as a 2-stage rocket, get this video to 5 likes. So we're gonna get this thing flying. I'm gonna wait for this little van or whatever to pass, RV. So I'm gonna launch this, and I'm gonna hope nothing bad happens. It's a C60 engine, because it's the engine I used on the Rascal. So let's get this thing flying. So I'm gonna put in our ignition. There is no one nearby. Gotta be somewhat safe with this. And gonna launch in 3, 2, 1. Hold up, I'm gonna wait for these cars to be by. Okay, I'm gonna launch, and this little launch pad's being really annoying. It's really hard to press down while I push a button. Alright, gonna launch in 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's go. Holy cow. I think a fin popped off. Alright, where's our parachute? No parachute. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I'm gonna go get it. Alright guys, I don't know if you really saw that launch, but I'm pretty sure a fin popped off, because I looked up in the sky and I saw something kind of like falling down. So I think a fin popped off, and I think it landed over here somewhere. I don't think the parachute came out. I tend to have trouble with that. So let's try and find this. There's a ton of these little mushrooms everywhere and bugs. I don't think a rocket of mine has ever landed in this area. Like, never. This is new. I'm actually kind of lost on where it went. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go look up here. I'm slightly lost on where this went. I swear it landed in here. I'm gonna go look around and then start recording again soon. Alright guys, I'm gonna be honest, I've looked around for a little. I have no clue where it went. I saw it kind of fall, but where it went, I have no clue. I've been looking for a little while. I'm just gonna like, it's gotta be somewhere over here for it to have fallen down. I'm gonna go look over by the big tree. I can't lose it in the field. It's in the field somewhere. And that's technically 2 rockets in 1 that I lose. So I'm actually very lost on where it is. Like, it's a wide open field and I can't find something blue and white. It's gotta be somewhere here. I think it came over in this direction, but just to be sure, nah, it came in this direction, so it's over here somewhere. Maybe it's like, maybe it's in the bush or some crap. I legitimately have no clue where this thing landed. It's like face in the ground somewhere, like a little spear. I don't know. couldn't have gone that far. I know that. Like, maybe it's just me, but I swear it landed like right here. Wait, hold up. I don't know if that's just a line. I'm trying to look. Like, I legitimately have no clue where that little thing landed. It may be in, like, the swamp over there. Oh my god. It's right here. So it went that far. My bike. It's over there. Holy cow. It was, the grass is so tall I couldn't see it. So, whoa. What the heck? No engine. Here's our nose cone. Let's take a look at this. Holy cow, it's like, look at that. It's in the ground. This is like a missile. I'm gonna take this back and we're gonna do a little looking and see what happened. So I'll see you back at the launch pad. Alright, so in close investigation, we have, well, the nose cone or whatever was attached to the rocket until it hit the ground. And then I guess, here's my little theory. Seeing how, when we look at this, the whole thing is broken open. So I just doubt that is due to the engine. The engine blowing gas that hard that it would just snap that doesn't seem likely. So what I think is, let's say these two were attached at one point. The rocket came down, it had no parachute, it hit the ground, and this just kind of bent over. Like, it just kind of like bent off and fell off and was laying there because the nose cone was straight up, like right here in the ground, deep in the ground. And the rocket was just kind of sitting here like this. It was kind of, I found it like this. You guys probably saw it. And it was hard to find. I thought it went like all the way up there, but I walked by it and I just didn't see it. It's like tall grass, kind of hard to see it. So it was like this. So I think this damage is due to the impact, because that was really high up and then was just thrown straight down at the ground. No parachute, nothing. So I think that's just damage from the impact. We look here, our old rocket is somewhat in here. It's jammed all the way down. And we are missing every piece but this. Where's the other pieces? There should be like a cardboard tube or something. There's nothing down there. So one of the pieces to the old rocket fell out. It was not like this. There was like a cardboard tube, almost like this body, but a little thinner in here that kept this like circular or something. I don't know where that went. That's probably long gone. But I did see something kind of like falling when the rocket went up and then it started coming down. Something else was like falling next to it, or like when it went up and then it started going like this to come down, something else was falling next to it. And at first I thought it was a fin because it was just slowly going down. I didn't even see where it landed. I don't even know if it is landed, but it was just kind of slowly falling, and like it was really weird. It's like shiny or something. So at first I thought maybe that was a fin, but when I found the rocket, there was all the fins are here. We have the first fin and the other two fins that are pretty damaged. It melted the glue off. So I don't know what that was. I don't really know what was falling. Maybe it was a piece from the rocket, but I'm gonna say the mission was basically a success. Besides the parachute not coming out and the rocket taking some damage from the like very high crash, I think it was a success. Now seeing if this was a 2-stage rocket, I think something bad may have happened. But I think I know why the parachute didn't come out. One, it needs a little more space in here. I think it got fried. I also think I put some tape here to try to keep this on until it was ready to pop off. So maybe that caused something. But let's open this rocket up and see what's going on in here. Let's take this tape off. So here's our body, and let's get this parachute out of the booster. So originally the the bottom of the rocket is just supposed to, this part is just supposed to pop off from the rocket and gently fall down along with the engine. But we got a little problem. The engine's not in there. So it means the engine's somewhere. And this looks like it got burnt, like really badly. Let's open, I'm gonna open it. Okay, so the engine ended up melting the parachute together. So that was pretty crappy. So originally the mission was supposed to go, this would carry the rocket up, this would pop out, and when this popped out, it would pull this parachute out, and then this piece with the parachute, the nose cone, and the other rocket, or whatever package you're carrying, would just kind of drift down like this to wherever you wanted it, or wherever it would go. And then this would just gently land, and you would have your whatever you wanted in there. But something happened, and that didn't work. And instead, the whole rig and whole rocket just came crashing down. Now we have this, some catastrophic damage here, which if you look, it just completely busted it open. But other than that, this is really the only major damage, besides the fins kind of melting and falling apart. That was really the major damage. So I'm gonna say somewhat of a success. I'm gonna try and find that engine now. But I'll see you next week in another video. And don't forget, try to get this video to 5 likes, and I'll make a tutorial on how to make this and make a 2-stage rocket with this. So I'll see you next week, and don't forget to subscribe.